Just want you guys to see. This is the banana blossom. You can see here in some places you can find it. One of these is over $2 plus tax. So we're gonna make this, and I want to show you how much this yield. It's not a lot because you lose some of the inside, you lose. So you know, when you get it, you're gonna boil it or pressure cook it, and it's going to, you'll see what's gonna happen. Chinese, maybe because it came from China, this one, but you can find it everywhere where it's tropical. Probably have the banana. Sorry, my fingers are all dirty because I was preparing something with that chile. But we're gonna cook this. You see that it's like a flower. It has all these layers, and we're gonna cook it now. It was full whole, and I cut it in half so you guys can see the inside. This is why we have to cook this for a long time, in order to get it soft enough so we can make fish or vegan chicken with this. So we're going to put it to cook for about an hour, and then we're going to come back to it. So all of this becomes part of the vegan chicken or fish, and the ones that don't look so good we'll take out. Here we have the cooked banana blossom, because we cooked it in the leaves and we didn't add any chemicals or anything. You can see that it's very dark, but when we take the first layer out, oh shoot, I got burned, guys. Okay guys, all of this was red, remember? So that's why it looks, the water looks so dark. It's very hot, my hands are very sensitive right now, but I just want to show you how soft it is. Probably shouldn't have done that because I'm gonna have to keep this together and marinate it overnight and then come back to this. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this from here. I'm going to transfer them. I'm going to transfer them from here to a dry one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate it overnight. And we're going to use everything. You don't throw anything away. Everything that comes from the flour we're going to use. So we're going to use everything to marinate it. These are going to be the chicken wings, and then you can make anything with this. You can make steak, you can make fish, you can make chicken. We're going to cut it in half so we can work it and marinate it properly. This is the bottom of the flour, the end, and you can see how beautiful it looks inside. We're going to use this for the chicken pieces. Like this. Un poquito más alto. Yeah. So we're going to get in between all of this part here. We need to make sure that we marinate it. So we're using the all-purpose seasoning, and I'm going to use the green herbs. This here, this is a lot of fresh herbs that we prepare in the morning for the day. So I'm going to take, this is how it looks. I'm going to take some of that, and I'm going to massage it very softly, because if you overdo it, what's going to happen is that you're going to, you see how it comes apart? You're going to make it so it's going to be very hard for you to maneuver. So introduce it softly. extremely softly. This part here is almost coming apart, so you gotta work with it. Massage it slowly, marinate it. So once we marinate this, we're gonna leave it for 24 hours, and then we're gonna come back to it. I'm gonna add a little more. Then we're gonna come back to it in 24 hours. This is gonna be the breadcrumbs that we're gonna use. It's gluten free. This is already my batter. I already have seasoned this. So what we're gonna do, these pieces here, that we're gonna use non-GMO, low sodium, so it's very nice and clean. This batter has already been seasoned, so we already have a lot of seasoning here, which is in the book. And this has been overnight, so now that you see it looks a little darker. All the seasoning is in here, so we're going to get it in between there. If anything has been missing, this we're gonna cut because I don't want to use the outside. This looks, once you cook it, it's gonna look like real chicken. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna put a little layer so it doesn't damage my. But this, you're going to get it in here, and you have to work it. You have almost like you're giving it a massage. And the breadcrumbs, you're gonna add on top, so it gets nice and crispy on the outside. Mommy, let me see the flour, please. Okay. The flour. Want to get it inside there. Oh, no, no there. Put it there. And you can see it's hard to maneuver this, so you want to play with it. That's why this takes time. I'm gonna add a little bit for the skin on the outside. And that's just for one chicken. This is for one piece, yeah. So everything gets cooked, including the tip. This one is gonna be a big one. This is a serving right here. You can make it flat if you want more flat. I am going to, give me a plate, please. Mommy, give me a plate. Let's put it right here. Now I'm gonna show you a little one. This one has been marinated overnight. When this is cooked, it's gonna look so real. It's crazy. So you're just gonna add a little bit in the inside to hold it together. These layers are very hard to work with. That's why you have to massage it. And sometimes they're gonna fall apart. You put it back together. Some people make the wet flour very, like to dip it, but I don't like to do that because otherwise the skin is it's not as good as it could be, I think. So you see the difference? You can flatten it out. Now, any leftover piece, these pieces that are not 100% together, you can still use them. I'm gonna add a little bit of flour in the inside, a little bath on the outside. This recipe calls for a lot of seasoning, so that's why you have to marinate it overnight. Doña. So you can see it's not a lot of flour, but you still have to massage it. You can put a little layer there. Cover it up. It's very hard to work it, but once you get a good idea, it becomes not easy, but less frustrating. So with that flour that I showed you, we have about 6 pieces. But the herbs, we took a lot of herbs to do this, and it's very, very, very time consuming. So again, we're gonna do a layer, gonna open it up, put a little layer, see the pieces. And then we're gonna come back. I'm gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna fry it.